We are doing more substitution today. And that more substitution basically has just one more step to do. And so it's really going to be mostly the same thing that we've been doing, but we just have one more little step. And that is that we might not have an easy variable. So we have to create an easy variable. And so for our warm-up here, we're going to solve for y. I don't like the word solve. I much prefer isolate. We want to isolate our easy variable here. I want to get the y by itself. If I want to get the y by itself, what should I do to this 2x? I just want to move it away. What can I do to move that 2x? Subtract it, yeah. We're going to subtract 2x. Positive 2x and negative 2x cancel out. And now I have my y equals, what do I get on the right-hand side of my equal sign? A negative 2x and a positive 5. Beautiful. So now y is isolated. It's all alone, and that's exactly what we want. All right? Now, sometimes we are going to need to solve for x. We're going to solve for whatever letter is easiest. And again, I don't like the word solve. I prefer to isolate. It's a little more descriptive, I think. We want to get that x all by itself. And so again, if I want x alone, how do I move this negative 4y? Add 4y. So we're going to add 4y to both sides. So negative 4y and positive 4y cancel each other out. So that x is alone. And what do we get on the right-hand side? 4y and a positive 7. And now the x is all by itself. And so that's our goal today. That is our first step, is that we might need to create an equation to solve for, to get that x or the y by itself. All right, the process is exactly the same as before. So you want to write these down. We're going to go ahead and set up our two little columns. And just like before, I'm going to write each equation at the top of my column. And again, I really, really encourage you guys to use my two-column method. It helps me help you, and that's really the goal here. 8x minus 3y equals negative 19. So do we have an x or a y that's all by itself? Easy? Not yet, but this y I could pretty easily get by itself. So I want to isolate this y. So what do I need to get rid of? The 3x. How do I get rid of the 3x? Add 3x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides of the equals. So positive 3x and negative 2x make a 0. So that I get y equals, what do I have on the right-hand side now? 3x plus 8. If you put 8 plus 3x, that's totally fine. All right, now my y is totally easy. It's all by itself. And now we're just doing exactly what we've been doing for the last 2 days of class. Y is exactly the same as all of this stuff. So I'm going to take this expression, and where do I plug the expression in? The other column, all right? And does it go in place of an x or in place of a y? It says I'm the same as a y. So we're going to go to the other column, and it's going right there in place of the y, because it says this whole thing is equal to a y. It's the same as a y. So I have 8x minus 3, and in place of the y, I have 3x plus 8. And then don't forget to keep writing the rest of your equation. We've got an equal sign and a negative 19. All right, what should we do now? Distribute, good. This is a negative 3 that we're distributing, so we want to be very careful. My 8x is waiting. What is negative 3 times 3x? Negative 9x. What is negative 3 times positive 8? Negative 24, good. Equals negative 19. And then I can combine like terms. What is 8x's minus 9x's? Negative 1x, good. Minus 24 equals negative 19. Then what should we do? Ooh. Yeah. Add the 24 to both sides to get negative 1x equals, ooh, who wins? Positives or negatives? Positives by how many? 5. And then how do we get x by itself? Divide by negative 1. So I get x equals negative 5. Are we done? Not exactly, not quite. We did get a number for x, so we got to, again, complete the circle. So I'm going to take my negative 5, and where does negative 5 go in place of? Yeah, it goes in place of the x, because it says negative 5 is exactly the same as an x. So we're going to go put it in place of the x right there. So I get y equals 3, and in place of the x, we have a negative 5, and then a plus 8. Let's see, what is 3 times negative 5? Negative 15, and then we have negative 15 plus 8. Who wins, positives or negatives? Negatives by 7. Good. All right, we've got numbers for both. What's my ordered pair solution? Negative 5, negative 7. Beautiful. So really we just have like one more step today, and that's to get a nice easy variable isolated. So let's look here at number 3. Once again, I'm going to draw my 2 columns. I have 2x plus 4y equals negative 2 at the top of one column. And then I have 5x minus y equals 6 at the top of another column. Where's my easy variable? Where's the easiest variable? Yeah, the negative y. It's a negative 1y. All of these, though, have a 2, have a 4, have a 5 in front. That makes them a little more challenging. This one is definitely the easy variable. Even though it's got a negative, that's okay. We want to isolate that y. So I need to isolate my easy variable. So how do I get rid of the 5x? Subtract 5x. Yep, we're going to subtract 5x to move it. I'm going to move it to the other side. And so I have a negative 1y equals, on the right-hand side, I have 2 things. I have a negative 5x and I have a positive 6. And then how do I get the y all by itself? Divide by, divide everything by negative 1. So my negative 1s are gone. The y is all alone, which is what we want. What's negative divided by negative? Positive 5x. And then we have 6 divided by negative 1. Negative 6. Good. So here's our nice easy y, easy variable. It's equal to all of this stuff. So where am I going to put this expression? By the 4. Yeah, in place of the y. It says I'm the same as a y. So we're going to go plug it in right over here in place of that y. All right, so that gives me a 2x plus 4. And in place of the y, I'm going to write 5x minus 6. Don't forget your parentheses. That's really, really important. And then I have my equals negative 2. What do we do next? Distribute. Distribute our 4. So my 2x is hanging out for a minute. What's 4 times 5x? 4 times 5 is 20 with an x. And then 4 times negative 6. negative 24 equals negative 2. I'm going to combine my like terms. So it's 2x's plus 20 more x's. 22 x's. Subtract 24 equals negative 2. And then what should we do? Add 24, add 24. All right, so we get 22 x's equals, who wins, positives or negatives? Positives, and by how many? 22. All right, and then we need to divide by 22. So we get x equals 1. Are we done? Not quite. It says 1 is the same as an x, so I got to take that 1 and put it right in place of my x so that I have y equals 5, and then in place of the x is a 1, and then my minus 6. Don't forget to write everything. What is 5 times 1? 5. And then 5 minus 6? Negative 1. So we get x equals 1, y equals negative 1. What's my ordered pair? Positive 1, negative 1. Good. Okay, give me your fingers, 1 through 4. How are you feeling with this? 10? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what I did over here. Looks like we got 1. Could do a couple more, but I don't know if we need to. Let's look at number 5 and then maybe number 7. Yeah, I've covered up some. You just needed more space. Like this is what she had, and I don't like it. You know, I want you to have more space. And plus, we don't need to do all of these. So, all right, here we go. 2 columns. Top of one column, I have x plus 2y equals negative 18. And the top of the other column, I'm writing 8x minus 7y equals 17. Where's the nice, easy variable? Yeah, right here we have this nice, easy variable. We want to isolate this. Isolate that easy x. So that x wants to be alone. What do I need to get rid of? The 2y. So how do I get rid of the 2y? Subtract 2y. Subtract 2y. All right, we get x equals a negative 2y and a negative 18. And now the x is all by itself. The x is equal to all of this stuff. And where are we going to put all this stuff, this whole expression? In the x. Yeah, it says I am the same as an x. So we're going to go to the other column and pop it in right there in place of our x. Draw those arrows, ladies and gentlemen. They are helpful. Plus, they're helpful to me when I come check. So in place of the x, we're popping in our negative 2y minus 18. And then don't forget the rest of your equation here. We have a negative 7y and it equals 17. What do I need to do next? Multiply that 8 in. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16 with a y. And 8 times 18, 148? 144. 144. Negative 144. And then we have a minus 7y equals 17. What do we need to do now? Yeah, we have a negative 16y and a negative 7y. Be careful, they are on the same side of the equals. You do what it says. That's a whole lot of negatives there. How many negatives do we have there? Negative 23 y's. A negative 16 and a negative 7 give us 23 negatives. 23 negative y's. All right, and then we have a minus 144 equals 17. And then to solve for y, what do we do next? Add 144 to both sides. So we get negative 23y equals 161. And then how do we get y by itself? Divide by negative 23. And what is 161 divided by negative 23? Negative 7. So again, this is like 25. 4 25s will give me 100. 6 25s will give me like 150. And then 7 is nice. And I'm thinking that 7 times 3 gives me a 21 when I multiply. So that's why I get that 1 digit of a 1. But you have a calculator because I forgot to put it away. Still looking for those 2 calculators, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what do I do with my negative 7? Plug it in right over here in place of the y. So we get x equals negative 2. In place of the y, I have a negative 7 and a minus 18. What's negative 2 times negative 7? Positive 14. And here we have positive 14 and a minus 18. Who wins? Negatives by 4. Beautiful. What's my ordered pair? Yeah. Negative 4, negative 7 is our ordered pair. All right, last one, ladies and gentlemen. Last one we're going to do right now. I have 3x minus 12y equals negative 6 in one column, and x minus 4y equals negative 8 in the other column. Where's our easy variable? Yep, I have my easy variable right here. That's the thing we want to isolate. We want to isolate the easy thing. Doesn't have a coefficient in front, so that makes it a little bit easier. How do I get that x all by itself? Add 4y. So I have x equals a 4y and a minus 8. And so I have this lovely expression that says 4y minus 8 is exactly the same as an x. So where do I plug in the 4y minus 8? In place of the x. Right there, in place of the x. So I have 3, and in place of x, I'm plugging in 4y minus 8. And don't forget to write the rest of our equation there. Minus 12y equals negative 6. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute. 3 times 4 is 12y's, and 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. Minus 12y equals negative 6. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to go combine like terms. What happens when I combine my like terms here? 0. Yeah, the 12y and the negative 12y make a 0. And I'm left with negative 24 equals negative 6. No solution. Very good. Negative 24 does not equal negative 6. Our variables canceled each other out. So this is no solution because what kind of lines are these when we get no answer? Parallel. Very good. All right, so again, that's a false statement. That's no solution because we must have parallel lines. They are never going to intersect. There's no solution, okay? Do you have questions for me? All right, 20 minutes, that was pretty good.